Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit. This is our 30th season in business.
We're out here at Hastings, Minnesota. We're on the mighty Mississippi River, and we're getting ready to fish.
Tournament time is always, it's always exciting and always gets you pumped up, and that's what keeps me doing this.
Easily there's a potential for somebody to pull a 30-pound bag each day.
No live bait allowed in this tournament.
It changes the whole game.
Today on Federation Angler TV, the Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit has traveled north to the town of Hastings, Minnesota for the fourth stop in the 2014 season.
The Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit, this is our 30th season in business. We're really happy to be on the Mississippi River here, pools 3 and 4 in Hastings, Minnesota. There is no culling. They'll be fishing for their best 5 fish. They'll be able to lock down to pool 4. 15-inch size limit, they weigh their best 5 fish. With no culling, they are allowed to have their limit of 12 fish, 6 fish per guy, but they will weigh their best 5 fish at the stage. One of the major rules differences is this is an artificial bait only. There's no live bait allowed in this tournament. Most everybody has to have a minnow, or they have to have a night crawler. We're here to prove to the walleye world that you don't have to have live bait to catch great walleyes. And these guys are going to show us this weekend here in Hastings, Minnesota, that you don't need live bait on the Mississippi River to catch good walleyes. The first place team will win over $6,000 in cash and prizes. We've got the Ranger Cup contingency program for the highest finishing Ranger boat, gets a $1,000 bonus. The Lowrance HDS Gen 2 Touch or Elite 7 bonus is a $500 bonus for the highest finishing team using Lowrance products in their boat. We've got the Optima True Blue bonus, which is a $200 contingency bonus for the highest finishing team using all Optima batteries in their boat. We've got the Zippo Hot Hands Award for the biggest fish in the tournament is worth $250. We've got a $500 Berkley bonus for the highest finishing team using Berkley products, plus Berkley, being a presenting sponsor of this tournament here, has put up another $2,500 cash to the payout for the anglers. That doesn't cost them anything out of their payout. So when we're bringing an artificial only tournament in, it's sponsored by Berkley. These guys don't have to use Berkley. We just want them to use artificial. Berkley is sponsoring it, kicking in some extra money in hopes that someday that we'll have some bigger payouts because these other sponsors are going to look at this and say this is a great challenge for the anglers. Let's grow the sport of walleye fishing by using artificial only baits.
Well, it started last year. We teamed up with the MWC and we came to them and said we'd like to put on some artificial only challenges, and they've agreed. It was extremely successful. It was on Devil's Lake last fall, and now this year we brought 2 artificial only events. One was at Spring Valley, Illinois, and now we're here in Hastings.
As registration begins, our anglers have a lot to think about when it comes to the game plan for tomorrow.
For conditions, I think we're going to be facing a lot of current, but the current changes, and where current picks up in one area, it's going to slow down in another area. So the water's been rising. Good news is, as water rises, the fish still eat. Now, if that water was radically dropping, we'd be in for a really tough event.
Tomorrow, we're just going to go hit our spots. Found a few good ones yesterday, and we found one good one today. We're just fishing out of the current, fishing some clean water, and gonna start out pulling crankbaits in the morning and see how it goes from there.
Fishing been okay. The water's constantly coming up, and I don't know. I'm looking for a dry day.
Wow, it's going to be tough out there. The weather's been horrible. Temperature of the water's dropped 6 degrees the last 3 days. Whoever wins this tournament is really going to have to earn it and deserves it.
Coming up next, day 1 of the Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit in Hastings, Minnesota begins.
I assume the head coming first. Big one.
This episode of Federation Angler TV is brought to you by Lowrance, Find, navigate, dominate. Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time. And by Motor Guide. Day one of competition starts with thick, overcast skies and temperatures in the 40s, and the anglers are underway.
Boat number 11 from Madison Lake in Mankato, Minnesota, Tom Brunt and Tom Davis.
This being the second artificial-only competition of 2014, we'll start with the winners of the Spring Valley event, which is the first artificial tournament of the season.
You know, it was incredible. It was a good feeling to win, you know, one of the biggest tournaments of the year last year and the first tournament of the year. You know, we had a good time. It was something that I don't think that either one of us will forget. Probably up to this point, it's probably been the highlight of both of our careers. You know, so we're gonna try to get a few more of those under our belt. The spot died on us overnight. You know, we caught some good fish here yesterday, but we're gonna move along. We're gonna go to our number 2 and probably lock back up. We might hit another spot on the way up, but we're gonna lock back up and see if we can't come out with a couple of fish up above there, try to save some face.
Corey Springle and Derek Novice are in Pool 3 as they start the morning off handlining, but then they switch up tactics.
I'm going to make a little adjustment here this morning. Hand line is not going too good. You know, the weather is nice. You know, these fish might be in a little bit shallower, so we're gonna try pitching some plastics, maybe casting some crankbaits, see if that doesn't help put us some fish in the boat.
Good one?
This was decent, not huge. It's coming way out. You tell me when you see him.
Yeah, I see him.
Little guy. I don't think he's gonna do it. It's on a little rib worm, plain hook. Nope. Big one.
Taking line on you?
I haven't gained yet. It's gotta be a big one, dude. It just roll. Snag it. No, it's not.
Oh, I don't think it is. I seen his head coming first. Coming fast. Perfect.
That one ain't gonna count. Dang it. Snagged that one, nice one, but she was snagged. Had that one, you know, snagged. You seen it just out of the mouth, or you know, just below the mouth underneath there. You know, they basically say anything gills forward. You know, I'm not here to cheat or do anything like that. You know, I didn't legally catch that fish, so that's why I tossed that one back. You know, it didn't eat it. I snagged it under the throat, so that's why I threw that one back. But we know they're here, so take another run.
Along with Berkeley, Lowe Equipment Attachments shares a role in being a presenting sponsor for this event. While Berkeley helps the angler during competition, Lowe Equipment Attachments benefits anglers off the water.
Well, the Masters Walleye Circuit had a number of things that I thought was appealing as what the industry calls a non-endemic sponsor, because we make equipment attachments for different types of agricultural construction machinery. A lot of the people that fish the MWC are in the agricultural, construction, utility, mining, forestry industries. They're hands-on, machine-oriented people. We have always a continuous refinement of our existing auger, trencher, and grapple attachments. The quality, the durability, the overall value of our products. We have an extreme dedication to making sure they work and that they hold up for what people intend them to use. So we're proud of what we do.
This episode of Federation Angler TV is brought to you by Lowe Equipment Attachments, Mercury, #1 on the water, Zippo Outdoor, and by Cabela's, it's in your nature. As day one comes to the midway point, most of the field has ventured into the waters of where the St. Croix and the Mississippi River come together in Pool 3, which seems to be where the walleye are feeding.
Just got an 18-incher. That gives us 5 for the day so far, and they're all right around 17 and a half, 18 inches. We've had our better luck in the afternoon when the fish seem to get a little bit bigger.
Randy's hand lining on that side, I'm pole lining on this side, and we get the current so fast that we got to help each other out. I put my rod in a rod holder, and then I can help him, and then he pulls his up and wraps them up, and it works pretty good in this heavy current. And we'll put spot lock and just sit here or go down with the big fish. We had to go way down once you catch one, or you'll lose them. That's my son Ryan, he's working with us. I got 2 sons working the tournament. That's pretty cool. Family event. Josh Klein is his partner from North Dakota. Great fisherman there. Nice job, guys.
Well, so far today we've got about 12 and 2 legals in the box. So putting fish in the boat just not the right size. But overall, I mean, I think it's a tough fight out here. I don't think it's anything that's gonna, put us at the top of the leaderboard. But you know what? There's always tomorrow.
And we still have an hour and a half to fish, and we might catch that 6-pounder.
So yeah, we managed to put a smaller limit in the boat up by Prescott there in the pack, and we kind of dropped back here to one of our big fish spots. There's not as much pressure here. We got to get some big fish in the boat if we plan on doing any good. So.
Weigh-in has officially begun, and the team of Tommy Scarless and Jeff Lahr come to weigh their 4 fish and take the lead for day 1 with 23 pounds, 4 ounces. Ben Spricks and Brandon Harris are in second with 12 pounds, 2 ounces. And finishing up the top 3 is Dave Fleury and Josh Brestrup with 11 pounds, 6 ounces. Here's the rest of the leaderboard for day 1.
Yeah, we started the morning out pulling double repellas. Current started picking up, a lot of boat traffic. It was pushing a lot of debris off the shoreline. And then we decided to go with another game plan. We started searching for current seams and back eddies, and we started flipping jigs into them. That's when we started producing our fish.
It's been rough all week, so I was thinking we were in 10th maybe. But we got good fish. We're on really good fish. I think we're going to do good tomorrow.
Anybody could come in with a 35-pound bag plus. We weighed 41.63 in a full throttle about 5 years ago, and we've watched Bill Shimoda, a lot of these guys, Corey Springle, Tom Bruns, to name a few. Man, you got some of the strongest anglers on the Mississippi River here in this derby, and you know what? We're going to have to put it to it.
Just up the road from Hastings, Minnesota is the town of Woodbury, Minnesota, where a brand new Cabela store has opened.
So we're opening a new Cabela store in Woodbury, Minnesota. Very excited to be there and be able to reach out to new customers in western Wisconsin and Minnesota. It's going to be one of our next gen locations, so it's a new store format, and just really excited to have another store here in Minnesota. We definitely take care of our walleye fishermen, and our new store is going to be no different, with all the latest gear and products and everything you need to really get outfitted for the everyday fishermen to the serious tournament anglers.
When we return, the final day of competition begins, and we crown a winner in Hastings, Minnesota, here on Federation Angler TV. This episode of Federation Angler TV is brought to you by Berkeley, catch more fish. Optima Batteries, True Blue. Church Tackle Company. The final day of the Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit has arrived, and so has the sun. Tommy Scarless and Jeff Lahr are the current leaders with almost double the weight of the second-place team of Ben Spricks and Brandon Harris.
We could just get a couple good bites. I mean, we were close, a couple bites away from being right in the lead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yes. That's what we're looking for.
With their first fish in the box, Ben and Brandon are closing the gap to first place, while Tommy Scarless and Jeff Lahr are still working on getting a bite.
You know, it's a slow start. We're going to give this one more pass. And if we can't coax one of these fish into biting, we're going to go try another spot. If that don't work, we're going to go fish someplace we didn't fish yesterday. No, I'm not feeling any pressure at all. Feeling an urge to find fish. I'm feeling the desire to catch them, enjoy catching them, but no pressure. Problem is, you feel pressure, you end up hitting the panic button, and that ain't a good thing.
Back down in Pool 4, Mickey Stuffin and Tim Ahrens are looking for quality fish.
Well, it's going pretty good. We just got the first one in the boat, and that's always a good feeling. It's a decent fish. It's better what we were catching yesterday up around Prescott. There seems to be numbers up there, but the size-wise just isn't gonna do it. We grounded out there yesterday for 3 fish, but they were small, so we're just gonna swing for the fence here today, and we're right sitting in the middle of the pack, and we're trying to see if we can get a couple decent ones out here, and it'll hopefully pay off for the move coming down.
In the past, this has been a real good bite area here, but normal water, this area picks up big fish, so I think it's kind of one of them spots where you can catch nice large fish. You're not going to catch them consistently all day, but if you wait it out, you can catch them.
Let's check back in with Ben and Brandon, who have another fish on.
Yep, hooked up, Brandon. Nice one. There's that rod. Get it, get it, get it. Nice job. 17 and a half.
2 fish in the live well, and half their day of fishing already behind them. Ben and Brandon, along with the other fishermen in Pool 4, have to figure out when to head back through the locks to make it back in time for weigh-in.
No answer up there, dude. If we get up there about the same time as yesterday, dude, we should be okay.
I can see that there's a barge coming up through here. A lot of times in the past, in warmer water temperature conditions, I've noticed that when a barge comes through, it kind of kicks the fish up a little bit, kicks the bait, and it makes the fish a little more active. There's other times where he might kick that dirty water over here, and it might ruin our fishing here. Hopefully that don't happen. I have almost all 4 of our fish are close to 18 inches. We have 3 walleyes and 1 sauger. I'm happy that we have 4 right now. I'm looking for 1 more.
We check in with our leaders, Tommy Scarless and Jeff Lahr, one more time before day 2 comes to a close.
Well, right now my confidence is okay. You know, but like I said, we're in Hastings on the Mississippi River, and anything could happen here. We got 2 good ones in the box. Come on, I'll show them to you. Kind of proud of them. I like looking at them anyway. You know, a lot of times in these tournaments, we get a situation where, you know, you fish in a tournament, you don't really look at the fish in the box that much, but these are the same kind of fish we were after. They're the better sized fish. There's one of them right there. That dude looks like he's about 6.5, 7 pounds. He's the biggest one of the 2. And not very far behind him is this dude right here. He's about a 6.5 pounder, so 6 pounder. So I figure we got 11 conservatively, maybe 12, maybe even 13. I had trouble judging these fish yesterday. So with an 11-pound lead, if we got 11, the cats that was in second place would have to come in with 22 pounds.
It's finally time. The anglers head in to weigh in, and excitement is in the air as the boats are out of the water and the fish are coming to the stage. Jim Preisner and Mike Olson claim third with a total weight of 23 pounds, 15 ounces. Mike Schammer Jr. and Sr. jumped the ranks to second place with a 5-fish limit of 26 pounds, 5 ounces, giving them a final total of 30 pounds, 4 ounces. Tommy Scarless and Jeff Lahr do in fact clinch first place with a total weight of 35 pounds, 8 ounces.
You know, this is so awesome to win this for both Jeff and I, and I'm going to speak for both of us when I say this. There is no sweeter feeling right now in the world, with the exception of course, my kids, my wife, my family, and God.
Here's the rest of the leaderboard for day 2. Hastings, Minnesota has been the host city for this event of the Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit and has everything to offer the tournament angler as well as the public.
Hastings is on the Mississippi River, a confluence of the St. Croix, Mississippi. We've got a lot of history here in this town. We've got LeDuc Mansion. It's known as a Victorian architecture back in the days. A good area, a lot of things to do in the area, and a good place to come visit.